I think we've all lost our minds. We've focused so much on ranking in Google Maps and greening out. We forgot about phone calls and qualified leads. I think you may find this video interesting. Watch this. This video is dedicated to Darren Marion. I love you, brother. All right, guys, I hope everybody's doing great. Just wanted to shoot a fast video to explain what I'm thinking about right now. Now, I'm an SEO. My specialty is getting clients right here in the Google 3-pack. This is the thing that I do. I get clients right here in the Google 3-pack. Now, for some reason or another, sometimes I get my clients in the Google 3-pack, and the call volume isn't necessarily, fabulous. Sometimes the call volume's a little bit low. So sometimes you could green out a whole area, rank in the Google Maps, not only, in your immediate area, but 5, 10, 15 miles out, and not get that many phone calls. It really depends on your industry, the demand for your industry. Let me give you a good example. For example, if you're a plumber and you do HVAC, and in the wintertime, you're ranking for AC repair, you're not going to get many phone calls, even though you're ranking in a 20-mile radius. Now, it'll be different in the summertime, right? But in the wintertime, nobody's looking for AC repair. So you really have to rely on your SEO company to find other keywords and/or expand your area. So let me explain what I mean here. So, our job in SEO, as an SEO, is to get you ranked right here for whatever keyword, right? So what we do is, for example, if we're starting right here, if you're located right here, we want to try to get you out anywhere between a 10 and a 20-mile radius. That's called proximity. Now, the only way we could check to see how far Google will let you go out is by checking your competition. Meaning that, let's go back here, we'll find the person who's in first and second place, we'll put them in our local Falcon. That's an SEO grid tool. I have a link in the description for if you'd like to I have an affiliate link there. So, we check the first and the first, second, third person, and we see how far Google lets the first 3 go out. Sometimes they let them go out, 10 to 20 miles. For example, if you're a lawyer in New York City, right, you may only go out a couple of blocks. You may not even get a mile. You may get 2 miles if you're lucky, right? Because there's so many people and so much competition. So if I could say that a different way, because that could be a little bit confusing. We want to see how far Google lets us go out for our keyword in our area. So what we do is we check our competition and see how far our competition goes out, because we can't go any further than Google lets us go out, right? So the only way to check is to check 2 or 3 different sites of the sites that are ranking for that particular keyword in that area. So then, we'll make an assessment and say, okay, Google's allowing us to go out 10 miles. Google's allowing us to go out 10 miles. Okay. So that's the whole thing about greening out. Hey guys, if you like these type of videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. The other thing that's really important is please try to watch till the end. That's really important for the Google algorithm. And if you watch it to the end, they deem it as important. They send it out to other people so more people could enjoy this great content like you're enjoying it. I hope this video really helps you, and calls are really important. Let's not lose focus. Thanks, guys. Now, this is something that I want you to check. I want you to go to your Google business profile, and the way to get there is just go to business.google.com. Very simple. Make sure you log in with the email address that you created your GMB or your Google business profile with. I want you to click right here where it says performance. And that's where you could check to see how many phone calls you've received from April until September. So what I want you to do is just click right here where it says calls. Okay, so what we do as an agency is we track your calls, meaning that we track two things. We track your maps rankings, right? So your maps rankings may be great, but you may not be getting enough phone calls. There's no client that could call me up and say, hey, Brett, I haven't gotten enough phone calls this month, because what we do is we keep an average of the amount of phone calls. So we use this system called ClickUp. And what we do is we get there, we look into the analytics of Google Business Profile, and we see what their average call volume is over the last 3 months. And our goal as an agency is always to improve that by 10 to 15% each month. All right? So we set it up like a traffic light system. So for example, these are the new clients that we just took on right here on the top. But here are clients that were not happy with their call volume. So for example, the last 3 months, they only got 3 phone calls. This month, they only got 2. So we'll be working extra hard on this account. And this is the yellow section, just like a traffic light. These are people that haven't exceeded, for the most part, that 10%. Well, some have here, right? But our goal always is, if you're getting 28 phone calls, for you to get 30, 38 to 45, somewhere around there. We always want to improve each month. And this is something that we look at daily. And then we have green. Right, these are people that are ranking. They greened out their entire map, but we're looking at their phone calls. Right, and you got to remember something. Some people who are my clients here sell a very specific thing. So if they just got 3 or 4 phone calls, that's pretty good for them. That's really, really good for them, right? Because it's something that's very, very specific. All right, so your agency that you're working with, if they're not keeping track of your phone calls, it may be something that you could suggest. Because I see a lot of reports, and the reports are like how many backlinks you have and who you're backlink to, and that stuff, to me, just really isn't important. The things that I want to see is how much of an area am I taking over? How wide am I going in regards to proximity? Am I 10 miles, 20 miles? Am I ranking within 20 miles of my GMB? And how many phone calls am I getting this month? Am I beating my 3-month average? So, I just wanted to make you aware of that, because just sometimes people are just so into their rankings, but their rankings may not be bringing in any phone calls, right? There's no client that could call me up and tell me, I'm not getting enough phone calls this month. I either know that and we're working on it, or I could say, nah, you've gotten 15% more than your 3-month average, right? So greening out is really important. How much maps coverage you have is really important. But the bottom line is how many phone calls you have. Now, you remember something. These are just people who used their mobile device and went to GMB, didn't come to your website, just went to the GMB and tapped to call. This doesn't count people who are on the desktop, went to the website, and either tapped on the website on the desktop or copied the phone number down and called. These are only people who went to the mobile device and tapped to call. So this is probably about 70% of their phone calls, meaning that, if they got 50 phone calls, they really had somewhere around 60. because some people use the desktop and copied the phone number down and called them. They didn't call them from their cell number. These numbers are just people from their mobile device. So whatever number we have here, the number is really greater than that. So I just wanted to bring awareness to this subject, because sometimes we all get lost in, greening out and how far we could go out. But the bottom line is, if you're not getting phone calls and you're not getting leads, then this isn't working for you. I would suggest to pick other keywords, create pages on different keywords, add the keyword. For example, if you're a cabinet maker, add best or affordable to your H tags and your meta titles and inside your text. Then also go to your Google Business Profile and add affordable and best, and then get some reviews that say affordable and best. Best cabinet store in Scottsdale, Arizona, for example. Right? You want to get, whoops, sorry about that. You want to get people to say that. It has to be all three. Remember what I've been talking about lately, the triangle method. You have to say it on your website. You have to say it in your GMB, create GMB posts about it, and then you want to get reviews using those keywords. So if you're not getting enough phone calls, you need to vary some of the keywords. You need to find new keywords, and you have to see if you could expand your area. So if you're going 5 miles out, you're using a tool like Local Falcon, and you're only covering a 5-mile radius, you have to see if you could go to a 10-mile radius. That's why you can't do maps SEO without using a grid tool like Local Falcon. Local Falcon, Local Viking, localdominator.io, all great tools. You pick the one that you want to use. We like Local Falcon. I just think it's super easy to use. I also use Local Viking as well. But I have the affiliate link below. Like I said, it's impossible to do Maps SEO without a grid tool. So you need the grid tool first. You need to see where you're ranking, and then just follow the steps that I said. We want to improve your phone calls by 10 to 15% every single month. Okay, guys? Guys, I hope you have a nice day. Please be good to your family. Kiss your wife, kiss your kids, and we'll see you the next time. Thanks a lot.